Good morning, folks. Anthony Speciale here with Speciale Analysis for another edition of Unedited and on the Edge of the Market. Hope you're having a great day so far. We're going to dive into something a little bit different that we don't typically do on a week-to-week basis, but I thought it was important, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. I want to just take a few minutes and go over it because, listen, we need to decide, and it's not necessarily that we need to decide, we need to really examine where we're at in the market. Are we going higher from here or are we going lower? And there's some key things that I'm watching. Now, we typically look on a week-to-week basis at the futures market. What we don't typically look at is the ETF market. Now, what's the difference, you may ask? Well, the ETF market is considered an exchange-traded fund. Basically, these funds buy and sell the futures contracts, but they only trade within normal hours. So that does chart ever so slightly differently, where the futures market trades basically around the clock from Sunday evening until Friday evening. The ETFs, only trade from 9:30 in the morning till 4 p.m., Monday through Friday during normal market hours. So it does print a little bit differently, and I thought that since we are at this sensitive time in the market, we should take a minute just to take a look at these ETFs. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me open up the chart. We're going to dive right in. So first up, I'm basically going to go right through the ETFs for the major markets because that's essentially what we're watching. So what you see in front of you is the ETF DIA. You can see in the top left here, the ticker DIA. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is the ETF for the Dow. This is for the YM. So you can see that we have tested a channel structure here. Price has failed below it, but has caught this descending channel and has now pushed above it. I think this is pivotal. And you're going to see over the next couple charts that I show you that you're going to see why this is pivotal because all four indices are fairly doing the same. If we got a settlement below this support channel here, listen, we could very easily sell off. Again, these particular charts represent just intraday activity based on these markets. So many of you may be familiar with the SPY, the SPY. It's very common for people to discuss that as opposed to the futures market. The futures are a little more sophisticated, a little more risky, if you would. So when people talk about the overall market, they talk about the SPY or the Qs. Well, I'm going to cover the DIA and the Russell as well. But you could see price is being reactive to this. I'm going to post all of this. I haven't done it yet to my TradingView account. This way you could take a look at it for yourselves and have access to it. But I think this is pivotal. I think that this area here that I've highlighted in green really needs to be taken notice of and see how price reacts to it. If we push higher, we could go back off to the races. But if we sink lower, watch out below. I mean, we would then be looking for a channel extension of this teal structure, and then we'd be looking down here to, the structure that caught the COVID lows. So we need to be conscious of where this heads from here. Next up would be the Qs. This is the Nasdaq. Looks kind of similar. Channel structure catches price action. You can see, again, price is reactive to it, fails, closes above it again. Looks like it's a little bit under pressure so far this week as the market is open for a short week after Memorial Day. But again, similar kind of look. We're playing this area of pivotal, a key role here. We would need to, in fact, again, break below all the support before we start to find new support. But if we reverse from here and this sets a bottom, we'd have to break higher from this channel, and then we could trade our way back up, to all-time new highs. Again, we're going to have to see. Maybe we make a double top. Maybe we don't. Nobody knows just quite yet. Until we can draw a structure around it and do the analysis, it's very, very difficult. But I'm pointing this all out to you because I think it's very, very important. SPY, this is the S&P 500. Again, testing a critical support point, settling above it, reactive to it. Does it hold or does it fall from here? I don't know. But at the very least, we can confirm that looking at these major indices, the cause of this relief rally or short covering rally was identifiable by the analysis. So this should not be a great surprise to somebody who knows how to read these charts that the price has bounced from where they were. No great surprise for somebody who can read the charts. And last but not least, the Russell 2000. Again, similar type setup, downward channel, tested an area of support, has been reactive to that support. We're going to, in fact, see what comes next. But I wanted to show this to you guys because listen, this is key. You should understand this and know that there are many accessible ways for you to find these things. The reason I go through all this and I do all this for you is so you can find it for yourself. But again, I was not surprised when I saw the market start to bounce. Even though we were in a downtrend, we were testing a key area of support. Look at what happened here when we tested this area of support. Price bounced, price bounced, price bounced, price finally settled and broke below. What did we do when we broke below? Well, we traded to the next area of support. What would we expect when we found fresh support? The same thing, price to bounce from it. Now, is this an impulse correction and an impulse lower? I don't know yet. Or is this an impulse and a reversal? I don't know that answer to you yet either. To reverse, we'd have to break through this resistance above. So, again, I just take a moment to share this with you because I thought it was very, very important looking at the very, very big picture here. Because, listen, the markets are weighted averages. Understand that if big weighted averages stocks pull the market down, it's going to pull even the good little weighted stocks down. It's just part of the deal. So you need to know that, you need to understand that, you need to absorb that, you need to deal with it, you need to implement it in your trade plan. So I want to just take a moment today to share this with you. So look at it kind of from a different light. I know this is a short week. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of stuff. Realizing it's a holiday week, but I do think that this was important to bring to your attention, let you guys absorb it. And again, I will post all of these into my TradingView account, which you can find right here. TradingView.com/u/special analysis. Just find this call name, this ugly looking guy right here with his beautiful wife, and you can follow us and you'll be able to see. So I did post the Qs and the SPYs already, but you can see I post everything. Every week the major markets, Snapchat, XLE's breaking out, Tesla looks like it's shorting. So you can find some really, really great information in there for yourselves, and it's all free. I do this all for you. This is my way of giving back. If you're looking for educational paid services, please visit myself, my colleagues at tradersagency.com, Josh Martinez, Ross Givens, myself. We put together a slew of great products. Our analyst Rich, he's a wonderful guy. The entire team there is just stand up folks. They really care about the students, and that's why I elected to work with them. So feel free to find us there too if that's what you're looking for. We have different products that are equity based and futures based and options based. So all kinds of cool stuff if that's what you're after. But otherwise, please feel free to indulge in this information because I really do think that it's very, very valuable for you. So with that, I will let you go. As always, I appreciate your time spent with me today and every day. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it informational, if you learned something, even if you found it just slightly entertaining, if you could below the video, like, share, subscribe, whatever all that social stuff is, I would really, really appreciate it so I can share this with more folks who can enjoy these videos and find value in them as well. So again, have a beautiful and blessed day, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.